kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Long live Trump. What's happening with you, dog? Man, what you think about all these tariffs, bro? Well, I kind of think it's a good thing.
Throwing to start the drive. Poe.
Oh, he still caught that.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Yeah, I kind of think the tariffs are a good thing, man.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Nah, I ain't going head up with big boy. I ain't going head up with him. Nope. I ain't going to do it.
That even he's surprised at how that one played out.
You can't make it.
This guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Why you got unstoppable force on that guy twice?
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw, McNabb. Drops this one off to Portis. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On the handoff, Watson. Slipping in for the stop was DeMarcus Ware.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now McNabb. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run with Watson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
Why they keep calling that man Watson, bro? Crazy. Every time I hear it, I be like, man, who Watson? Where's Sherlock Holmes?
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, they go with Watson.
Bro.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Bro, if that guy, if he blocked one person, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got
touchdown. Julio Jones. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Back to throw. Poe. And that's complete to Gates. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gates has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Out of the gun, McNabb.
Tolbert hauls in the out route.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On the ground, here's Watson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McNabb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now it's McNabb. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. McNabb to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
This one complete to Coates. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good, because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Poe. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A run. It's Watson. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
6 times he went over 1,000 yards. Here's Clinton Portis. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's McNabb. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. It's Watson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Going right side, he has Witten. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jason Witten, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Poe.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Poe. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Poe. He's got his man, Gates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Poe. Gates with the ground. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. So he looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Now McNabb. Watson making the catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now a give, right side. Watson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down. From the gun, here's McNabb. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jason Taylor, his 2nd sack of the night. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Breaks a tackle. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
At their own 15-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Poe. He's got Johnson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Jackson with a catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jason Taylor able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Operating from the gun.
Poe connecting with Johnson. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Looking to throw.
Poe. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Poe. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun. Poe. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the